What's up, guys? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. It's finally dig or die weekend. We've been preparing for it all weekend. We got some testing done yesterday. Y'all going to see these videos a little bit out of order. The testing videos down at Darlington, it's going to take me a little longer to edit those videos. So this video today will probably go up and you'll see this one before the next one, and then the actual race on hopefully Sunday, maybe. I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But today we're at Rockingham. It does, you can see it's cloudy out behind us now. It was a beautiful day before, but the rain is coming, and there's a lot of rain coming. We got some work to do to the race car to do some changes, but we're gonna be hanging out in the pits today, working on the race car, hanging out just at the track. Tomorrow morning, I think gates open at like 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Chip draw is at 10 o'clock. There is a curfew. I don't know exactly what time it is. Last time it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, but I don't know if that's gonna move forward or not, but they're planning on possibly finishing on Sunday. So if we go a bunch of rounds today or tomorrow, if we go a bunch of rounds tomorrow, we may be racing into Sunday. If we go out first or second round, then we'll probably go into the house Sunday. All right, check it out. Let me show you what we got going on today. Okay, so we just rolled this thing out of the trailer, and man, this thing is so heavy. It is so heavy. We got the compound set up. We got a great spot at the track over here. We're down at the finish line. We're at the quarter-mile marker of the normal track. But the finish line that we're racing at today is way down there. You can't even see it. But so this is gonna be an awesome spot though. The only thing that potentially is bad for us, we're right here at this little drainage area. And so you can see the water is coming this way. So depending on how much rain we get tonight, we may be in a little wet area. That might be why this area nobody was parked here. Happy is on the way with his. So we're going to be working on his a little bit. Dial the tune in on it. We got a startup tune in it, but there's quite a bit we need to change on it. We need to do some testing. We need to do a trans brake test. Now, he's not going to be able to make any passes anywhere, but I mean, we can do what we need to do, hopefully to get it close enough. So you'll get to see his car a little bit too. So what we got going on with ours, testing went good yesterday. We made some progress. Still not a rocket by any means, but one of the things that we need to do, and I pointed it out on one of the last videos that we had, the back shocks, the back springs are completely compressed. We did end up running the weight upside down yesterday, and it did fine. We didn't have any issues at all. We actually did not even have to deploy the parachute in it at all yesterday either. It was so slow. But right now it's just on there so we can change the springs. But it's got 110-pound springs on it now. So what we're going to do is put 170 springs on it. And I've got those in the back, and these things are just so compressed. The back of the car is not moving at all. The front of the car is slow to rise. It's coming up like we need it to do. But the back of the car is not doing anything. It's not lifting. It's not squatting. It's just kind of hanging out there. So I think what's happening is the spring is just so compressed. See, it's just so, I mean, nothing is moving. And if you look under the car, we did put the weight back on the rear end, and so we got a lot of weight in this thing. And so now the springs are just so compressed, they don't have any energy that they can give. They're trying to give it, but they're just way overloaded. The lighter springs in the front seem to work good. It is gradually lifting the front, and it's topping it out. It's not coming up super fast, but that's just because of the struts. The other thing we're gonna do is we're gonna change the plugs. So that's what we got going on with mine today, is we're gonna do that. We might mess with the toe a little bit. See how that thing is setting out. We got one of our tires is eating up a little bit more than the other, so you can see it's towed in just a tad. So we want to play with that, but the toe, it's a bump steer issue still, so we might play with that a little bit too. But the priority right now, I mean, it's going down track, it's up, it's elevated, but is the back right now. The back is a priority right now. Front is secondary, and it is what it is. All right, check this out. Okay, so Anthony is going to bounce the car real fast. I'm going to show y'all why we're changing the springs. This is the 170-pound springs, but the 110s are on it, so the shocks are completely loose. But see how it doesn't look, it doesn't really have a lot of spring. It moves and it comes back up, but it doesn't have any bounce at all. So, I don't know. I mean, maybe we could run this thing with less. If we run it with, the shocks completely on zero, it might be okay. But I mean, you want to have a little bit of shock dampening so that the spring can do what it needs to do. That's my theory anyway. So we just saw how it does not really bounce back much. it kind of sits there. So we're gonna put those springs on it real fast and see what it does. Okay, so we got these things off, and we got these nice QA1 double adjustable shocks back here. These things are awesome. I love the QA1 stuff. But one thing that I'm an idiot and I failed at some point, I don't know at what point, but at some point in the last couple years, I had the bright idea, instead of taking these off and just cleaning the dirt out of these, I was gonna put a little bit of anti-seize on the tread, on the threads there. And so, you know, generally that's a good idea, I guess, except for on the shock body. And then when you're on a shock body, the anti-seize kind of dries out a little bit, but even worse is it starts attracting dirt and debris. And so it starts getting dry. And so now you can't even hardly turn these things. So that's why I was struggling to get it off. So a real good tech tip, if this thing starts getting difficult to turn, and maybe I'm the only one that didn't really know this, but if it starts getting difficult to turn, it's because you've got dirt and grime in the threads or in this. So you need to take this thing off, take it all the way off, clean the body of the shock real good, and then clean the inside of these as well. They make these things, they thread them so that it's not a tight fit. So it should be able to spin it by hand. There's nothing worse than, like right now, I cannot hardly move this at all. It barely moves. So now we're going to take it off and clean it to make it so that it works properly. And how much dirt and grime was in that one? A ton. I mean, look at the difference. So I mean, these things, you know, it's just one of those things. Look at that. And I mean, and that one had less than this one because he was able to thread that one down mostly. Did you take that one off already too?
Already did.
Oh yeah, look at the difference. So these are the clean ones. Look at that. That's what it's supposed to do. And you can hear the little bit of looseness, but that's why they put a jam nut on it, or the jam on it. It should be easy to do like that. It should not be like this. So let's clean this one as well. Now, one thing I'm gonna be careful too is up here, this has got, you know, some grime on it. I don't want to spray that with carburetor cleaner or brake clean because that's a seal in there. So you don't want to dry it out and make it leak. Same thing with the shaft. I usually don't spray that. Just spray the body in this. Okay, so we got the new springs on. So now we're going to swap the tires on it. We're going to drop it down and see what our ride height is, and then go from there. Happy was able to make it. So we're going to be working on his in just a few minutes, trying to figure his out. Terrible. And guys, look at these tires. This is from our testing yesterday at Darlington. It is cheese grated. So we're rotating them side to side, just so maybe the rubber will lay back down. Oh my goodness. I mean, this stuff is just peeling off like crazy. But we do have a good contact patch all the way across the tire, which is good. But wow, insane. All right, guys, so we're in here and we are changing tires and we're taking the Mickey Thompsons off. My other Hoosiers are screwed. I had a couple people tell me that they are pretty wore out. So luckily there were some people down here selling tires. So we got a set of new Hoosiers, but these are DO6s. I have not ran a DO6 yet. The other one is a CO7, which is a stiffer sidewall. And this is technically a 10-inch tread. The other one is 10.5. But apparently people have had really good luck with the DO6. So we're going to try this. And I mean, we got to guess on air pressure. We're going to have to, these are going to go on the bead locks and they're going to have tubes in it. So we'll probably go to maybe 9, 10, probably 10 pounds of air pressure. Probably 10. We're probably going to do 10. I saw Billy's video the other day, Billy the Kid, on Street Racing Channel, or either it was on Pop's channel, on the Street Racing Channel Garage. And he's got the DO6s on his, and he was at 10 pounds of air pressure. I'm fixing to go back and watch that video. I can't remember. So we're going to be watching some Street Racing Channel in a few minutes if we can get these changed. All right, here we go. Okay, so we just got done changing the tires. That is very aggravating, but the good thing about double bead locks is you can do it at the track. So McFab bead lock done to these. So that's awesome. These things are like old school. I mean, 4-lug double bead locks is hard to come by. That might be one of the only sets out here. I don't know if there are not many. So now we're fixing to check rollout. The Hoosiers are both marked at 89. We got 10 pounds of air in both of them. So we're gonna check them to make sure they are the same. They've already done a driver's meeting. So they're about to go up there now. Most of the big tire cars are already gone. So they're going up there for first round. All that's left is your little small tire cars. We're working on Happy's. We had a stuck injector. So he's cleaning the injectors. Brand new fuel system. So, you know, a lot of times you get trash from where you cut the lines and just where everything gets assembled. So he's working on that one. We did end up getting my tires changed. So these are the DO6s. I mean, they're a little bit narrower than the CO7s. But, you know, there's a lot of people that have had good luck with them. So we're going to try them. I mean, you know, that's the only ones that were available here. And clearly, you know, from talking to people, mine were just shot looking at them. And, you know, a couple funny comments. I showed a picture of mine on Facebook, and I shared it. I tagged Billy and Billy's dad, Bill. And they were like, Bill said, the secret is wheel speed. And Billy said, I think he had wheel speed down the entire track. And after you see the video from Darlington, you will agree. That was pretty funny. It was hilarious. But mine is ready. We are ready. Oh, didn't we say we were going to change spark plugs? We're going to change spark plugs. We'll change spark plugs in the morning.
Was this a nitrous car?
I know, right? You think so. But yeah, so we are ready to go. We're going to put our tune-up in it that went the fastest, just a little bit quicker. We're going to put 2 pounds of boost on it, down track. And I just don't think it's going to be enough. There's a bunch of cars here. There's a bunch of hitters here. So it's one of those things. I just don't know that I can compete with these guys. We got a bunch of weight on it. And you see something we did do also. I was talking to my buddy Clint. Super smart dude. He's like, you got to get the weight higher. So we may end up running without the parachute. I know that's a little sketchy, but that just may be what we're doing. And some of the cars is here. That is a big tire rotary motor. God, that's awesome. That thing, there are some, man, this is gonna be a fun weekend. It's always fun down here. There's always some hitters down here. Lots of cool cars from up north, you know, coming down to race down south. So that's awesome. Good time. All right, guys, well, we're going to jump off here tonight. So that's going to be it for today. Like I said, if y'all are close to Rockingham, dig or die, big tire tonight. And there's some rain clouds coming. So it's coming at some point. So I don't know if they're going to get the entire race in. But whatever they don't get in, they're going to finish tomorrow. Small tire tomorrow and Sunday if we need to. Weather is going to be beautiful. Very sunny. No rain. Decent temperature. Lots of racing action. Y'all come see us. Comment, like, and subscribe, guys. See y'all.